Let me ask you something. Do your messages keep getting ignored? Be honest. It's frustrating, right? But here's the thing. It's not you. It's how you're approaching it. Modern women today are sharper and harder to impress. They scroll past the same tired, boring messages all day long. But here's the good news. I'm about to show you exactly what to say to grab her attention, keep her intrigued, and make her actually want to respond. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. Message 1. The unexpected compliment. Let's face it, complimenting a woman has become one of the easiest, most generic things people do. Phrases like, "You're beautiful," "You're stunning," or "You're gorgeous" are thrown around constantly. These words used to carry a lot of weight, but now they barely make an impact. Why? Because they've become overused and shallow. In today's world, modern women receive these kinds of compliments so frequently that they've essentially become background noise. They blend in with every other message. If you want to stand out, you need to dig deeper. Instead of complimenting her appearance, something she's probably already well aware of, focus on the details others might miss. Focus on what makes her unique. This requires effort and observation, but the payoff is huge. For example, if you notice she's passionate about her career, you might say, "I can tell you're someone who doesn't just work hard, but actually loves what you do." That kind of energy is rare and inspiring. If she's posted about a personal project like a piece of art, a song, or even a DIY project, dive into what makes it special. For example, the way you chose to use insert detail in your work shows how much thought you put into it. You don't just create, you tell a story. This approach achieves two things. It shows you're paying attention to her as an individual, not just as another face in the crowd. It validates her for something she's genuinely proud of, making your message resonate far deeper than anything superficial. Here's the secret. Compliments that are specific and thoughtful stick with her. When she thinks about your message, she won't just remember the words you said. She'll remember you as someone who truly sees her for who she is, and that's the kind of attention that's hard to ignore. Message 2. The mystery text. Modern women are constantly bombarded with boring, uninspired texts. "Hey, what's up?" or "How are you?" These openers are not just unoriginal, they're lazy. If you want to capture her attention, you need to spark her curiosity. Curiosity is one of the most powerful motivators for human behavior. When someone leaves a question unanswered or hints at something exciting, it triggers an urge to know more. This is where the mystery text comes into play. Instead of starting with the usual, imagine sending her something like, "You wouldn't believe what I just thought of when I saw your profile. Remind me to tell you later." Let's break this down. You've piqued her curiosity by suggesting you have a story to share. You've created anticipation by delaying the payoff. This makes her wonder, what could it be? Is it something about her? Is it funny, interesting, or surprising? That little spark of curiosity is enough to make her want to respond. But here's the trick. When she replies, you have to follow through with something compelling. For example, if she asks what you meant, you could reply with, "You reminded me of something hilarious that happened to me last week. It's a little embarrassing, but I think you'd appreciate it." This keeps the conversation playful and engaging while maintaining her interest. The key is to keep it light, fun, and mysterious without being overly cryptic. Why does this work so well? In today's world, where everything is instant and predictable, creating intrigue sets you apart. You're not just another guy asking, "How was your day?" You're a puzzle she wants to solve, and that makes you memorable. Message 3. The empowering acknowledgement. Here's the reality. Modern women are more ambitious, independent, and driven than ever before. They've fought hard to break free from traditional stereotypes and define their own paths. But even with all of their accomplishments, they still crave recognition for their efforts, especially from men who understand and appreciate their hustle. That's why the empowering acknowledgement is such a game changer. Imagine she's mentioned that she's working on a big project or juggling multiple responsibilities. Instead of brushing past it with a generic "good luck" or "that's great," take the time to acknowledge her effort and ambition. A message like this can be incredibly powerful. "I'm seriously impressed by how much you've got on your plate and how well you're handling it." Most people would crumble under that kind of pressure, but you seem to thrive on it. Or let's say she's pursuing a unique passion, like starting her own business or volunteer. These kinds of messages show her that you see her for who she really is. Not just someone who's pretty or fun to talk to, but a strong, ambitious person who's making a real impact. When you acknowledge her hustle, it makes her feel valued for the work and passion she's putting into her life. And that's something that always leaves a lasting impression. In summary, if you want to capture a woman's attention and make her want to respond, you need to go beyond the basics. Compliment her in a way that's thoughtful and specific. Use mystery to spark her curiosity, and empower her by acknowledging the hard work and ambition she puts into everything. These strategies will set you apart from the crowd and keep her engaged. So, get ready to step up your messaging game. You've got this. Something you see every day, right? This type of message does two things. First, it shows that you're genuinely paying attention to her life and goals. Second, it positions you as someone who values her for more than just her looks or personality. You value her character. Why does this resonate so deeply with modern women? Because they want to be seen and appreciated for who they are, not just for what they look like. By recognizing her strengths and acknowledging her efforts, you're setting yourself apart as someone who can navigate the challenges of today's world. And that's a rare quality. Message 4. The value-oriented invite. Let's be honest, most men approach conversations with one goal in mind: getting a date. But modern women, with endless options and the ability to spot insincerity from a mile away, are turned off by such obvious intentions. What they're truly looking for is value, someone who adds something meaningful to their life, even in the smallest ways. This is where the value-oriented invite comes in. Instead of saying, "we should hang out," which comes off as vague and unexciting, try reframing your invitation around an activity or experience that aligns with her interests. For example, if she's into fitness, you could say, "I noticed you love hiking. There's an incredible trail nearby that's perfect this time of year. You'd love it." Or, if she's into art or culture, try this: "I just found out about this pop-up art exhibit downtown. It looks like something you'd find fascinating. Ever been to one like that?" This approach does several things at once. It shifts the focus from you to her interests. You're not just inviting her to spend time with you, you're offering her an experience she's likely to enjoy. It demonstrates thoughtfulness. You've taken the time to consider what she likes and tailored your message accordingly. Here's the secret. Modern women value their time. They're not going to spend it on someone who doesn't bring something to the table. By presenting your invite as an opportunity to share a meaningful experience, you're showing her that you're thoughtful, interesting, and aligned with her passions. Why does this work so well? Because it positions you as a man who understands her lifestyle and adds value to it. In today's world, where superficial connections are all too common, offering value makes you unforgettable. Message 5. The playful tease. Modern women love a man who can make them laugh and keep the conversation light. But here's the key. Teasing has to be playful, not mean-spirited. A well-executed tease shows confidence and a sense of humor, two traits that are universally attractive. Instead of texting something overly serious or generic, find a fun way to playfully challenge her. For example, if she mentions she loves coffee, you could say, "Oh, so you're one of those people who can't survive without their triple-shot caramel macchiato. I bet you even have a coffee is life mug, don't you?" If she's passionate about fitness, tease her like this. "You probably have a secret Instagram account just for gym selfies. Don't deny it, I can feel it." These messages create a playful dynamic, making her laugh while subtly communicating that you're confident enough to joke around. This approach works especially well in today's world, where conversations often lack personality and fun. Why does this work? Because humor breaks down barriers. It creates a sense of comfort and excitement, making her associate your messages with positive emotions. And here's the best part. Playful teasing keeps her engaged and makes her eager to continue the conversation. Message 6. The bold statement. Modern women are tired of men who tiptoe around their intentions. Subtlety has its place, but sometimes boldness is what truly grabs attention. A bold statement isn't about being aggressive or pushy. It's about showing confidence in a way that piques her interest. For example, instead of sending a generic compliment, say something unexpected. "I feel like you're the kind of person who's not afraid to speak her mind, and I like that." Or, when planning a conversation, try, "I'll warn you now, I'm a terrible texter, but I'm way better at face-to-face conversation. Let's grab coffee instead of wasting time texting here." These types of messages cut through the noise because they're direct, self-assured, and refreshing. Women of this generation are used to men who hedge their bets, trying not to come off too strong. But when you confidently state your intentions, it signals that you know what you want, and that's magnetic. Why does this work? Boldness shows strength in a sea of indecision and overthinking. Confidence shines like a beacon, making her naturally gravitate toward you. Message 7. The shared experience. One of the quickest ways to build a connection with a modern woman is to focus on shared experiences. This creates a sense of familiarity and comfort, making her feel like you already get her. Instead of just talking about your own life or asking generic questions, find ways to relate to her experiences. For example, if she mentions a trip she's taken, share a similar experience of your own. "That place you went to sounds incredible. I went to a similar spot last year, and it was one of the best trips I've ever had. We should swap travel stories sometime." This shows that you understand her perspective and can share meaningful moments. It also brings a sense of mutual understanding that deepens your connection as it highlights the common ground between you two. In summary, to truly stand out and build a meaningful connection, you need to go beyond the basics and make her feel seen, heard, and valued. Whether through recognizing her character, offering thoughtful invitations, playful teasing, confident boldness, or shared experiences, these strategies will help you capture her attention in ways that resonate deeply with modern women. Remember, it's not about the typical superficial approach. It's about offering something real, meaningful, and memorable that sets you apart from the crowd. So, take these techniques and start applying them. The right message at the right time can make all the difference. Message 7. The shared experience. For example, if she mentions she loves traveling, you could respond with something like, "Travelers like us always have the best stories. What's the craziest thing that ever happened to you on a trip?" Or if she's into a specific hobby, try, "I'm into insert shared hobby too, but I bet you've got way better stories than me. What got you started?" By framing your message around a common interest, you make the conversation feel less like two strangers chatting and more like two friends sharing experiences. This is incredibly effective in today's dating culture, where many interactions can feel transactional or shallow. Why does this work? Shared experiences build rapport. They create a sense of unity, making her feel like the two of you already have a deeper connection. That's something she'll want to explore further. Message 8. The unexpected perspective. Modern women are inundated with predictable conversations. To truly stand out, you need to offer a fresh perspective or challenge her thinking in a way that intrigues her. For instance, if she shares her opinion on a topic, reply with something like, "That's an interesting take. I actually see it a little differently. Want to hear my reasoning?" Or if she talks about a trend or popular topic, say, "You know, everyone's talking about topic, but I've got a theory about why it's not as great as it seems." This approach works because it positions you as someone who isn't afraid to think critically or go against the grain. It's intriguing, thought-provoking, and shows that you're not just another yes man agreeing with everything she says. Why does this work? It creates curiosity by presenting a unique angle. You keep the conversation engaging and intellectually stimulating, something that modern women, who value depth and intelligence, find incredibly attractive. Message 9. The subtle compliment about her values. While many men focus on complimenting a woman's looks or achievements, few take the time to acknowledge her values. Modern women deeply appreciate when someone recognizes their principles and priorities. For example, if she talks about her family, you could say, "I can tell family is really important to you." That's rare these days. It's refreshing to meet someone who values those kinds of connections. Or if she mentions volunteering or activism, you might respond with, "The fact that you care so much about cause says a lot about your character. You've got the kind of integrity most people only talk about." These messages aren't just about flattery. They're about recognizing the core of who she is. This shows that you're paying attention to what truly matters to her, which is far more meaningful than surface-level compliments. Why does this work? Modern women want to be understood on a deeper level. By appreciating her values, you're showing that you're not just interested in her as a person, but also in what she stands for, and that's unforgettable. Message 10. The playful challenge. Modern women are drawn to men who aren't afraid to challenge them in a playful, engaging way. It's about creating a dynamic where she feels intrigued and excited to interact with you. For example, if she mentions she's competitive, you could say, "You're competitive? Perfect. I've been waiting for someone to beat me at trivia, but fair warning, I don't go down easily." Or if she mentions her favorite hobby, try, "You're into hobby? I've got to see if you're as good as you claim. What's your best creation?" This playful challenge creates a spark of excitement and intrigue. It makes the interaction feel fun and energizing, which is exactly what modern women are looking for in a world of dull, predictable conversations. Why does this work? It keeps her engaged by challenging her in a light-hearted way. You're showing confidence and creating a dynamic that makes her look forward to your next message. Conclusion. That's it. Start using these messages and see the difference for yourself. Click one of the videos on your screen to learn even more. See you there. If you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel. So if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell.